All right guys, so we're here and we're going to perform a dumbbell shoulder press. So again, we've got Crystal going to demonstrate. So I'll get Crystal to take a seat here. All right, Crystal, I'll get you to put those dumbbells on top of your knee. So there's going to be a few cues here to protect your shoulders in the movement. So there's a few issues when we do perform a dumbbell shoulder press. When you're on lighter weight, it's not too bad, but however, we want to kind of teach yourself the technique in order to get the weight up. So that way when you do progress in your strength measures moving forward, you can safely lift that weight up and obviously take that pressure out of the shoulders. So what we're going to do is, prior to Crystal just throwing them up by her hands, we're actually going to utilize the knees as an assistant to get that weight up. So Crystal, what I want you to do is we're going to start with your right side first. We're going to get your right knee to come up and meet the dumbbell on the shoulder here. That's it. Good. So as you can see here, she's using her knees to help get some momentum into that weight, and getting that weight up onto the shoulders where she's well supported before any more taxing will happen on the shoulders. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn these into a lateral position, and what we're going to do is drive up to the top. So it's super important. The biggest issue that we find when people are doing a shoulder press movement is they actually have an underdevelopment in the rear delts here. So when they're underdeveloped, what will happen is you'll generally see the plane of movement going forward above their head. So if you're a spotter, what you kind of want to look for is that the midline is occurring across the head and in line with the shoulders, so roughly about here, which is exactly where Crystal is. This shoulder is slightly sitting forward, which will indicate to me that she's got a little bit of a tight pec, but otherwise she's got a pretty well stable rear delts. Now, what's happening is, even though this arm is obviously moving forward and she's got a tight pec, you can see that it's already gravitating forward. So someone who has an underdeveloped rear delt, you can see why they're going to gravitate forward with the weight naturally. So it's really important to, one, obviously work on your rear delts and develop that area, but also take note of where these dumbbells are aligning on your body when you're doing the movement. Now, as you can see, she's getting down nice and low. She's not actually going down to touch her shoulders. She's only just going down just below her earlobes, which is a perfect range of motion, and then contracting all the way up and making those dumbbells touch. A lot of people, when they do it, I'm going to grab your arms here, Crystal, and show you. So a lot of people, when they do it, they come up and they only go to about here, and then they go back down again. That's half of a motion. So coming all the way up to the top will give that full range of motion and full contraction in that deltoid. So that's how we want to do it. It's just nice, steady control. All right. And as you can see here, that was an incorrect way of putting the dumbbells down. So what we want to do is, Crystal, get those dumbbells again. It was good that you actually did it, so I can demonstrate how we're going to work it. So go back up to the top using those knees as an assistant. All right, so as you come down, all right, what we're going to do is actually position those dumbbells on the shoulder and then rotate in, and then now we're going to use the knees to help bring that weight down. Use those knees. Good. So you can use one at a time, but obviously if you're lifting quite a bit of weight and it's like 40 kilos or so, you're not going to go one at a time. It's going to be way too much load. So you can just simply lift both knees up at the same time and help it out. All right, and that will save you from pretty much, a lot of people when they do it, they just throw the dumbbells down by their side. What you're going to see is they're going to see a big pull in the shoulders and the traps leading over. So you can put yourself at a risk of obviously a tear or a ligament strain in that movement. So this just helps prevent any strains or ligament pulls occurring, and also allows you to get more weight out because you're not pre-exhausting yourself just trying to get the weight up. Cool.